Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Fatihah Ashiki binti Muhammad Shukri. Today I'll present about the design of security password system by using Multisim. This is the design of circuit diagram for our project. We use switches, XOR gate, NOT gate, AND gates, and also bulbs. Procedures of our project. First, the apparatus were designed and arranged accordingly in Multisim. Next, the wires were connected to the inputs and outputs correctly for each gate. The wires were connected to the green or red and red bulb as the output correctly. The result of the output for the bulb, whether it's green or red, was recorded. So, this is the truth table of our gates that we use in our project. The first is AND gate. As we know, for AND gate, if both inputs are high, the output will be high also. As for XOR gate, if both inputs for XOR gate is different, then the output for XOR gate will be high. As for NOT gate, it is the reversible of the input of the output, which means if the input is 0 or low, the output will be high or 1. But if the input is high, the output will be low for NOT gate. Okay, now I will be explaining about the design of our project by using Multisim software. Firstly, we use 3 groups of switches. The first group is storing switch. The second one is input switch, and the third one is enter press password switch. For storing switch, it is functioned as a turning or storing the password, and it is connected to the first feed of XOR gate. As for input user switch, it is functioned as taking the input from the user as a password, and this switch is connected to the second feeds for all four XOR gates. The 4 NOT gate is added to each XOR gate and form XNOR gate, because as we know that the XNOR gate gives us output 1 when all the inputs are same at storing switch and input user switch. So when all the input at storing switch and input user switch is the same or matching, then all these 4 XNOR gate will give output 1, 1, 1, and 1 at this after this NOT gate. But when any of these storing switch input and input user switch input is not matching, then this 4 XNOR gate will not give output 1. Okay, next. The 2 outputs from this XNOR gate will be connected to the first AND gate, and the another 2 outputs of the XNOR gate will be connected to the second AND gate. This is to check the value of the output from the XNOR gate. The 2 output from the 2 AND gate, which is the first AND gate and the second AND gate, will be then connected to the third AND gate. If this 2 AND gate does not giving the output 1, that means the input password from the user at input user switch is not matching with the storing switch. Next, the output for the third AND gate will be connected to the fourth AND gate, and lastly connected to the green bulb, whereas the output from the third AND gate also will be connected to the NOT gate and then connected to the first bit of fifth AND gate. Lastly, connected to the wrong bulb, which is red bulb. And another input from the fourth AND gate and the fifth AND gate will be both connected to the enter press password switch. As for this enter press password switch, if the input is 0 or low, there will be no either green or LED bulb will light up. But if the input of the enter press password switch is 1 or high, the output of the circuit diagram will light up either green or red depending on the user key-in password through the input user switch and storing switch. Now I will show the output of this design. For example, we already set the enter press password switch as 0, and when the enter press password is 0, when the input is 0, the green and red bulb will not light up. For example, we store the password as 1011, and if the user enter wrong value, which is enter user 0011, which is not the same as the store password in the system. So if the user enter press password, the red bulb will light up, which means it is wrong password entered. But if the user entered the correct password, which is 10 and 11, and the user enter again the enter press password, the green bulb will light up. That's determine the correct password entered by the user. But if the user doesn't enter any password, the bulbs will not light up, either red or green, because there is no input connected to the AND gates to imitate the bulbs. So as the result or the output of our design, when the value of key in by the user at the storage and the input is the same, the green light will light up to show that the value of the password key in is correct. And when the value of key in by the user at the storage switch and the input switch is not the same or is not matching, the red light bulb will light up to show that the value of password entered by the user is wrong. This is always been used in, for example, in ATM during we want to take our money, or during the password in our online banking, or any password apps. This is applicable to use this kind of design.